So energy is the key focus.
We've got to open that energy and make it flow.
Okay. Hello, we are live in Greer, South Carolina at Carolina Structural Restoration Therapy. I've got my favorite neighbor, Ruth Kyle, who's across the street. She's an acupuncturist. I want to spread the word today and eliminate a lot of questions about what people have with acupuncture. So Ruth, give us a brief description, that elevator speech maybe.
The elevator speech. Okay, I can do that.
Of what acupuncture is for all
Why
of
would
us.
anybody want to do that? Why would anybody want to put needles in themselves?
So eliminate the confusion.
Okay, I'd be happy to. Okay, first of all, acupuncture is thousands of years old. It's thousands of years old. As best we know, it's at least 4,000 to 5,000 years old.
Right.
And they started out with sticks and stuff. It's a good thing we graduated to absolutely sterilized stainless steel. I call them filaments. I don't call them needles because the word filaments.
That's a good word.
The filament in a light bulb
Okay.
is that skinny, and it's much sharper. And so you hardly even feel them going through your skin. Now, people say, oh, you don't even feel them. Well, you kind of want to feel them when they go in because it's tapping into your body's electrical energy. Now, it does more than that, but for just today's purposes, I'd like to just stick to electrical energy. Right. You have essentially a grid in your body, just like we have an electrical grid in the city. You have an electrical grid in your body, and I brought my little friend here so I can show you.
What's his name?
Fred.
Fred. Welcome, Fred.
Okay. You've got, this is actually one continuous line, just like electricity has one continuous thing and it goes to the source. This is one continuous line. It's broken down into meridians.
Now, how many meridians are there?
Well, there are 6 in the arm, 6 in the leg, 1 down the center of the back, and 1 down the center of the front. So, that many.
Very good.
That's just the basic meridians. And then we have a whole lot more sub-meridians that aren't necessarily in many charts. So there's
I always find it interesting on how our fascia lines are tapped into actually acupuncture meridians, and so our trigger points happen to be landing on acupuncture points. So it's not a coincidence that we kind of
they're all tied together.
Western medicine kind of like took things away from acupuncture.
Yeah, they kind of did, but you know that's okay. I came from 27 Western years, so that's okay.
So talk to me a little bit about the schooling. You did quite a bit of schooling. You came out of nursing and then
I was a respiratory therapist for 27 years, and I decided I didn't really like where the insurance companies were taking medicine.
Okay.
I didn't really want to play that game, so I said, well, I want to put the medicine back in true medicine, not just technology. Hands-on healing.
Right.
And so I went back and I got my bachelor's and my master's in acupuncture.
And where was that?
In Orlando, Florida.
All right.
And loved it. But what I was going to say is there's a lot to it. You know, there's a lot of people out there doing the dry needling, and they don't have anywhere close to what I feel like you really should before you start putting needles in people. Plus, they have enough toys in their toy box. They need to leave my needles alone. Anyway,
right on.
But anyway, that's just a matter of opinion.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is there's a lot more to it. You know, we do herbs. We do gua sha. We do a whole lot of hands-on therapy in Chinese medicine.
Very good.
It's not just needles.
Not just needles. Now, talk to people who don't know how the depth of the needle, how far does it really go in? It doesn't really go.
It depends.
It changes.
I have needles that only go in the face and little ears, and those might be
a millimeter.
You know, okay. Some of them are called tacks. And then most of them are about this long of the needle. The handle's about the equal length. But most of my needles are about this long. And some of them are longer. Obviously, if you've got a big derriere, it's going to take a longer needle to get deep enough to tap into that electricity. Everybody's depth of that energy is deeper. So it all depends on the patient.
So energy is the key focus.
We've got to open that energy and make it flow.
Okay, so if stuck energy
Hurts.
contributes to what?
Pain.
Pain.
Stuck blood.
Stuck
A lot
blood.
of people don't know, if you've got tingling pins and needles, that's a nerve issue. If you've got stabbing, dull pain, that's probably stuck blood.
Stuck blood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Stuck blood hurts.
Stuck blood hurts.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. Okay. Anything else you want to say? So a new client, new patient comes in to see you,
And they're nervous.
and they're nervous. They don't know what to expect.
Mhm.
They're just like, sweating. How do you get them to
I
chill
try-
out,
I
calm
try to-
down?
I spend a lot of time interviewing them. Usually they're exhausted about it. No, I'm kidding. But I interview and I ask a lot of questions because we don't separate anything in the body. Everything's one whole in Chinese medicine. So by the time I'm interviewing and educating at the same time, they're pretty much down by the time. Then, of course, they get stirred up again before we get on the table. And you've had acupuncture from me, so you know.
Yes.
Sometimes you're a little more anxious on some days than others.
Oh boy.
Yeah, boy, yeah. So what I'm saying is, I try to talk them down. And most people, after that first couple of needles, they go, I don't know what I was worried about because it really doesn't hurt.
Awesome. When I first met you back in 2006,
Are we that old?
we're that old. We're that old. You mentioned the ABCs to me.
Love the ABCs.
Let's bring that up.
Preach them all the time. I believe that the best way to help the body get back to homeostasis is to do acupuncture, A, first, then some form of body work.
Yay!
That's where you come in. Now, I personally know that a lot of people can't afford to go see people like you, a regular massage therapist, don't necessarily want to do a yoga class, but you have to work with the soft tissue, okay? And then I believe once you relax all that soft tissue, tell the brain to accept the next stage, which to me is chiropractic.
Chiropractic, okay.
Where you change the structure. Because the reason people have that much pain is they're holding the structure incorrectly.
Correct.
Okay, and that wears out this muscle and that hurts. So I tell people if you do the acupuncture first, then you do the body work, then you do the chiropractic. Not only is the chiropractic adjustment going to more easily slide back into place, but it's going to keep you there. So when you go get back in your car, it's not going to go right back out. So that's what I preach. And it has been tried and true.
There you go.
It's tried and true. But
Well,
the soft tissue is the most important part.
Very good. So there you have it. If you need for more information about Greer Acupuncture,
Actually,
Ruth
it's
Kyle.
Acupuncture of Greer.
Ruth Kyle is across the street from me on Memorial Drive, downtown Greer. She is the best. She is so awesome to be around. She's full of energy. She's got so much knowledge. Give her a shout. Do you have a website?
It's acupuncturegreer.com.
There you go. We'll see you next time.